So we've kind of talked about how expensive it can be up here. What are some ways that people can kind of minimize their expenses? From those of us who are thrifty, not frugal, not cheap, thrifty.
Well, even being frugal, I think just means that you're smart with your money, no matter how much you have. So, um, I think there are a lot of hobbies that take a little bit of an investment up front, um, but are important. It's really important to invest in hobbies in Alaska to keep yourself busy. But you can go fishing from shore in a lot of places, but it just takes a little bit of an investment for the waders and your fishing poles and stuff. But just find some hobbies, and because in the long run, those things will be less expensive than like chartering things all the time. Um, I think just making sure that if you are a family, you got a meal plan. Like you don't want to be wasting all that food that's really expensive. Use the things that, try and harvest things in the summertime that you can, and then use those things throughout the year. Don't just let them go to waste in your freezer. Um, buy things when they're in season. I do not buy berries at Costco because my kids would eat them in 30 seconds and I'd be like, that was $20 worth of berries. We pick berries in the summertime. We have them in the freezer. We eat them as much as we can. We gorge ourselves on them in the summertime. And then we just kind of live without some things sometimes because the price is just too high. And that's okay. Um, so those are some of the ways that I would say.
Yeah, where did you go to get the berries this year? Because I went to Hatcher's Pass, and I went, no joke, up there 3 times. It was either way too early, or it was like right on the tail end, or they were like completely picked clean by the time I got up there. So, where did you go, and what time did you go there?
Well, we are spoiled rotten. We get them at our cabin. They
Ah,
are
yeah.
Alaska huckleberries, so you're not going up in the mountains. A lot of the coastal villages have really good huckleberries. So a lot of people think going up in the mountains and getting the tundra um, blueberries, but you usually have better luck if you go to like Girdwood and get the berries that grow on the big bushes, or Whittier has awesome berries in the fall. Um, so coastal towns, think coastal towns and go up on a hike, and then you can usually find a lot more berries. Um, Homer, we get like I said, we got them in Seldovia. People always are like, come hiking with us, but I got like 10 gallons and was like, I'm good. Like I don't need any more. And then raspberries grow amazing in Alaska. We have an acre almost of raspberries, or maybe more like a half acre. So we put up tons of jam, tons of berries from those. So we're just kind of spoiled, but you can get raspberries to grow. They grow like weeds here. So
I've got a lot of berry envy right now, not gonna lie. Like every time I've gone, it's been with someone where it's like I'm there for like an hour. And I'm like, yes, I finally got like a little like Tupperware container of it. It's like, yeah, we're going place this. This is gonna get my bloober fix for like for like at least a couple weeks here. And it's like we're still doing good. And they're like, and I want to go. And it's like, okay. It's about
well,
the
I've got a
experience. It's
freezer
about
full if
hanging
you
out
ever
with
need
people. It's
some.
not about the berries.
I've got a freezer full, so and a bunch of syrup. So the next time we run into each other, I'll give you some.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Let me see. Oh, look at that. Got somebody who lives in Homer. That's awesome.
We love Homer.
You know, I like Homer, but it is just so far to get out there. Like it is, yeah. I mean, it's literally the end of the road. So
I
that's
drive there every month in the summertime, and it's just an adventure to me, and I like look forward to it every time. I have several videos on our channel of us driving um just to show it off because it's just my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, when you get out there on like a really clear day, I mean, for those of you who haven't gone to Homer or seen the pictures, you need to treat yourself and go check that out because you get out there, it's kind of high up there. You've got the mountains around you, and you've just got ocean all the way
Glacier.
around you too. So just absolutely amazing view. But let's see here. What are some other things people can do to minimize their expenses? You know, I would say probably the biggest one is going to be the cost of heating. That's going to be all over the place because I mean it comes down to like how well your house is insulated, how big the house is. You have certain rooms where you just don't care about it, so you're going to shut off the vents and like close the doors in the closets. Within reason. I'm not talking about letting it freeze, but it's rest of the house is 65. It's going to be okay. And then like what temperature you're going to set the house at. Like, and this goes all over the place too. Like I lived up here for quite a while, and 65 absolutely lowest I'm willing to go. Like I hate it when I visit someone, certain family members, and I walk in there and the thermostat's like 55. It's like, what are you doing, you maniacs? So yeah, that's going to be a big one. Let's see. And let's see. I know this is a question some of you are going to ask, kind of an average bill. Um, so just to give you some perspective, I have about a 6,000 square foot fourplex. I pay for the heating on it. The biggest bill I got last year was just over $600 for a 6,000 square foot fourplex. With tenants who knew they weren't paying for the heat, so they kind of just did whatever they wanted with it. So kind of keep that in.
Ours
Kind of keep.
averages out to about $200 a month. But you got to keep in mind if you are thinking about moving to Alaska, and it varies widely depending on where you live. So here in Anchorage, Eagle River area, you are able to we are plugged into the municipal gas. And so we pay a monthly gas bill. Whereas if you live up in Fairbanks and North Pole, you have to have a truck come and fill your oil tank, and it can be really, really expensive. So Alaska is huge, and each town has its own things. So it's really hard to just give a number.